can always rely on my favorite poets when I need someone to turn to. Hey girl, sorry. It might sound crazy, but I'm trying this new spell I found and try to bring my favorite poets back to life at that old graveyard. I'm nervous it won't work, but I'll keep my hopes up. I'll talk to you later. Guardians of the spirit's realm, hear and guide my plea when the witching hours ring true. Bring my poets to me. Other souls who hear my call. Other souls who hear my call are not welcome in this place. Only the ones who know as Dickinson, Longfellow, Masters, and Lowell may enter sacred space. I've worked so hard for this day and everything has just fallen apart. Why can't one thing go right for me? Especially this. Corpses buried in the mud that's black from death, I command you to come back. Oh, I guess it just didn't work.
But when did you get here?
Hi, I seem to be just as baffled as you are. What are your names?
I'm Edgar Lee Masters. How do you not know of me?
My name is Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.
Hello, my name is James Russell Lowell. And who are you, young lady? Me? I'm Emily Dickinson. Your names sound quite familiar. You are all poets, correct? I have too written my fair share of literature.
Believe it or not, I have written a piece that is very similar to this situation. The work is known as Spoon River Anthology, which in fact had brought my full focus into writing.
Well, I was a professor at Harvard for almost 20 years.
You don't say. I was a student there and I studied law.
I studied botany at Mary Lyons Mount Holyoke Female Seminary and created an herbarium that, I believe, is currently owned by Harvard.
You're a poet, aren't you? What made you want to quit studying law?
Well,
I studied law as well.
Yeah, my father was a lawyer, and I wrote many poems too.
I do recall reading a couple of your works, Miss Dickinson. One of my favorites has to be Heaven Has Different Signs to Me.
Please, call me Emily. And yes, I have written thousands of works, but only a few have been published. That was one of my favorite poems to write. I just love working with the elements of the afterlife.
I do remember some of your works. I think even you, Henry, had Britain post-Civil War along with me and Emily.
Yes, and I was very criticized for my work. It was overly optimistic.
I always thought you were the poet that reached a national interest for poetry.
Some may say that. I don't find that completely true.
When I wrote about anti-slavery, there were many critics, and I was only 29 when I launched my career of romanticism poetry.
I was also very scared of critics, but they had granted me such success when I received bestsellers for my works. I had found my love for poetry when a friend lent me a copy of a Greek mythology book, and this led to my great interest in writing with free verse and unconventional rhyme.
I don't want to interrupt, but doesn't it seem strange that all of us being poets, and especially dead poets, we are here just meeting each other in a graveyard?
It does seem quite peculiar that we are here. Does anybody have any idea?
This may sound bizarre, but I think someone has brought us back from the dead.
We need to find this guilty person.
What's happening to us? Somebody disappeared.
How did we end up here? Do you think this is the house of the person who summoned us?
Yes, I most certainly believe that this is the person responsible for us.
Let's find her and command her our return to our righteous place in the graveyard.
I think she's inside this building. Let's go.
That's her! Let's kill her!
No, James, what has led to all this anger? I don't understand. It's not like she wanted to hurt, but merely she wanted to see her favorite poets live in person.
I've lost many close people in my lifetime.
I have also lost someone quite dear to me. We were married very shortly before she was burned in a house fire.
I had lost interest in writing after 3 out of my 4 children had died as infants, and my wife, Maria, had died years later.
What did you do after this decline?
I had become a professor of languages at Harvard. Do you remember that, Henry?
Yes, I do in fact, and you're quite an excellent professor, I must say.
I say we get back to the matter at hand and find a resolution to this problem we have.
Right. So, if she can't hear or see us, how do we get her to put us back to how we were before?
Well, she brought us out. That means we were somewhat connected to her. So, well, the spell brought us here. Maybe a spell will take us back. The place where everything began. The cemetery.
I think I forgot my book at the graveyard. I better go get it.
This is great. We will be able to release ourselves from this earth as ghosts and resume to the dead poets at the graveyard where we were supposed to be.
Yes! But how is that we're going to release ourselves?
A spell brought us here, so a spell has to take us back.
We'll have to get a spell from that spell book before she takes it away. Let's go.
Ah, I think I found the right spell. Now we just have to wait for her.
That's her right there. Let's get ready.
A spell is cast, now make it pass.
Remove it now, don't ask me how.
Family seminary. Mary Lyons, Mount Holyoke.
Stop it.
But how exactly we're going to release ourselves?
A spell brought us here, so a spell has to take us
Wait,
back,
wait, wait.
right?